if you want big, nasty legs that look thick, this is the exercise you have to add to your program. All right, guys, if you've been a follower of the channel, you know how much I believe in the adductor machine, this piece right here. But if you aren't doing it, or you're just haphazardly doing it, not really putting hard work in, and I'm telling you right this minute, if you do this, your legs will take a new dimension that you've never seen before. So, let's talk about how we're gonna set it up and then how we're gonna get into it. We're really fortunate here at Elite to have this Nautilus Nitro piece. I absolutely fucking love it. It's an adductor, so it's a combo, right? So if you look, these heads swivel. So, if we're gonna work adductor, the inner thigh, we have to have it to where the pads are gonna be against my teardrop, right? So this is for adductor, ADD. This is for abduction, ABD. So we're gonna set it up here, pads facing out. Next, if your seat has an adjustment, I am really huge with this. I like one click down from probably vertical, so let me show you what that looks like. All right, so this is gonna be all the way up. If you look, 90-degree angle here to here. That's way too tall for me. I actually like to go to hole setting number 1, because I count that as hole 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's hole setting number 1. Now, I'm gonna get them to come over to the range of motion adjustment and show you how to do that. Okay, so this next piece is your range of motion is gonna heavily depend upon your flexibility. So for me, I like hole number 6. So he's gonna pull this yellow handle up, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hole 6. So you can see there's 5 open holes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's gonna put me at the perfect spot for when I'm fully stretched. I'm gonna be just short of touching the weights down. Okay, now that I have it all set up properly, what we're gonna talk about here is where I like to place it within a workout. In my personal opinion, John taught me to do this second in rotation after absolutely annihilating a lying or seated leg curl, and I could not agree more with this. I love it second. It just feels great, so that way when I go into my quad work, my adductors, my hamstrings, I mean, they are fully pumped. I am awake, I'm sweating, my legs already have a great pump going, so I like to put those in second rotation. Now, how we're gonna do that for sets, reps, things like that. So with adductors, I'm very, very particular with my warm-ups. I do a lot of them. So if I look at this piece, I'm gonna do 60 for 15, 80 for 15, and I'm gonna start doing sets of 8 for 80, 110, 140. Then I'm gonna take it down to 6 for 170, and then for 200, I'm gonna take it down to 3 reps for my last feeder set. Then, lastly, for my work sets, I'm gonna get out this fancy gym pin. We will post below my discount code, CEdmonds10. All right, so with the pin in the weight stack set all the way to 200, the heaviest load, I'm gonna take my gym pin, put it right at 80, or let's go 95, and I'm gonna take a weight, and we're gonna slide it right on to there. And you see that just sits right there, because the 200-pound stack, once you start getting really good at this, doing it regular every single week, pushing yourself on it, this weight stack is gonna be a feather. So it's silly to keep taking your reps up. Like if we did 200, I might be able to hit 50 or 60 reps. Like that's just silliness. So we're gonna add the weight. So today, for example, for my leg day, I hit 2 quarters and then 10 on there for 12 reps, and it felt fucking good. So next week, I'm gonna go up to 3 quarters. So now that you know how to set it up and how to load it, for your work set, I'll do one top end set where I just do as many reps as I possibly can with heavy loads, somewhere in the 10 to 15 rep range. Then from there, I'll rest a minute and I'll do some sort of back off. That's where I'll do some intensifier, I'll do super slow negatives, I'll hold the contraction, I might do a drop set. That just depends. My second set here on this is always an intensity technique if I'm gonna do a second set. Sometimes a top end set is all I need, and then I move on. It all depends upon how my adductors feel. If I feel like I can get a little bit more out of them, I do a second set. If I feel like they're absolutely fucking toast, I'll walk away. Getting in and out of this piece is probably the most cumbersome because if you're like me, an inflexible meathead, get a little tricky. So let me show you how I do this. So I'm gonna take some of this weight off for demonstration purposes. Now, what I like to do is I have a seat and I just kind of pop myself up on the back here, slide my right leg in, kick my left leg over, and then kind of just weasel my way down in it. Now, that's really tight right here. So what I like to do, instead of jerking out of the hole and being stupid and tearing a muscle, I'll take my hands and I'll drive it together, right? And that way I'm starting in a much better or advantageous position for being strong because I'm gonna work the negative. So I just sit back, grab these handles, or I just kind of put my hands on my quads. I don't want to push like this. That's cheating, that's a fly. I'm not working chest, or adductors. So wherever it feels good with your hands, get a good stretch. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now, getting out, same thing. I just take that, pop it over, or on my last set, if I hit failure, I'll literally just pull this handle and come in. There you have it, the adductor machine. I'm telling you all right now, add this in, 1 to 2 sets per week, that's it. I'm not talking about a lot. 1 to 2 work sets per week, work on it. This isn't just for grandmas and women. This is for dudes who want their legs to be nasty and thick. Like, I want to get him to step back. If you want thick meat right on the inside of your quads, that's how we're going to do it. So if you're a guy who has really shitty sweep and it's not very good, a way to add dimension to your quad or your leg. So think about when you're hitting your front double, right? I'm here. If I have a thick inner thigh, that's going to make my entire leg down here look more expanded and taking up more area, right? So do this once a week, 2 sets, and I'm telling you right now, you will see growth, you will see improvement, and your shorts and pants will get way tighter. If you like this video, guys, like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, Chris on TV.